Okay, so that. Maxo. Maxo yame. Shomari. Right? Akani. Right? Yep. All right, let's get warmed up. Okay. So as I mentioned in the agenda of today's class, we bunkai on Heian Shodan. So the idea is that we'll be learning Heian Shodan in a way that will teach you at a deeper level. So the techniques will be slightly offered to make sure it fits a similar thing, but I won't alter them too much. Left foot forward. Okay. So the idea is to still be doing understanding Heian Shodan. We're not trying to change it in any way in terms of trying to make a new kata. We're trying to understand how Heian Shodan is built. Switch. Okay. So most of the techniques that we're going to do today come from other kata, but hopefully we've seen them before. Okay, feet apart. Okay. I'm sorry, feet together, knees around. Reverse. Left foot, ankle around. Reverse. Knee. Hip. Right ankle around. Reverse. Knee. Hip. Feet apart. Hips around. Reverse. Shoulders. Reverse. Arms. Reverse. Crossing. Palms up. Over your shoulders. And twisting. Bend your left knee, both feet flat. Right ankle up, hands up, hip down. Hands flat. Fingers on the floor, legs straight, forehead your knee. Other side, both feet flat. Rear heel up, hands up, hips down. Hands flat. Fingers on the floor, legs straight, forehead to your knee. Stand up, feet apart. Right hand over, lean to your left. Try to keep your elbow above your ear. Lean back. And forward and touch your toes. Other side, left hand up, over to your right. elbow above your ear. Lean back. Hands to your toes. And relax. Head up and down. Left to right. Ear to shoulder. And around. Reverse. And check it out. Turn around, straighten your gi. This front. Okay. So again, today's class will be Heian Shodan bunkai, and the idea of bunkai is not to have a different kata or to change a kata. It's to understand more details of the kata by applying it practically. Now, other than Chris and Sierra, we do not have a partner to do the bunkai against. But bunkai means interpretation, generally. So a lot of people say, okay, what would the interpretation of this hammer fist be? Or why would we do a certain thing? So one of the questions I prefer to answer is, how does that technique work? How does the gedan barai work? How does the oi-zuki work? And so the last two classes I taught on Tuesday, I focused on pushing the hips and the shoulder, the torso movement. So what we're going to do today is Heian Shodan with slight variations of the hand or foot techniques. Same stances, same torso and hip movement, but different hand techniques to accentuate the torso movement. So you should have the same footsteps as regular Heian Shodan, but what it's going to be is different hand and leg movements. Okay. So let's baseline ourselves first. Let's do Heian Shodan, half speed, focusing on hips and torso. You're going to have to find some room to do this, but if you cannot, then for example, the part where you step in and step out, is step in, and instead of stepping in again, step back, and then step in. So if you do not have the room, I'm going to do it sideways because that's the only way I have the room. So let's go ahead and balance Heian Shodan. Try to make room, or if you cannot, modify the advancing techniques so you step in, step back, step in. Okay? Balance Heian Shodan. No speed, no power, focus on mechanics. Right? Hip and torso mechanics. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, kiai, ham, ju, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, ham, hachi, kyu, ju, ichi, dame. Okay, so we will break down the kata going in each direction for each set of variations. So let's do the first two moves first. So from yoi, just left leg gedan barai, then oi-zuki. Ready? Ich, ni, back. Again, ich, ni, back. Okay, variation. When you move into gedan barai, your hips are hamni, halfway. Okay. But it's interesting because if my hips are already yoko right now, how do I really get to hamni? I just kind of step. So we're going to add a slightly more complex technique so that you have to use your hips. So everyone knows ura-ken, right? Just back fist. So what we're going to do instead of gedan barai, ending with your pinky and your thumb lateral to the floor. We're gonna do ura-ken Shodan or ura-ken Jodan. Now here's the thing. When I do gedan burai, my chest goes forward and my advancing shoulder should drop in. Same thing for ura-ken, except as my fist goes counterclockwise, my torso goes clockwise. So there should be a moment of your body going opposite, counter rotation. So not just swing, not everything swing like a baseball bat, but actually pivoting on the shoulder and front hip. So not just, but then you see my far shoulder is going to disappear behind my head. So just like gedan burai, you can see my right shoulder, you can see my right shoulder, you can see my right shoulder, then my right shoulder disappears from my head. So the idea is you come in, and for the last moment, you pull your shoulder away. Just like when you do ura-ken, pull your shoulder away. When you do gedan burai, pull your rear shoulder away. Okay. So for all the gedan burais, we're going to be doing that. We're going to do ura-ken, but don't leave your shoulder in. Turn your shoulder away. Okay. So in fact, when I do hikite, my elbow points rearward, not just behind me, but almost perpendicular to my front foot. Okay. So let's do that 3 times. Ready? Gedan burai. Instead of gedan burai, do ura-ken, jodan, or shudan. Okay. Use your shoulder and torso. Okay. No speed. Okay. Get the mechanics. Itch. Back. Hey. Some. Giovanni, make sure when you strike, pull your right shoulder away. So almost feel like you're pinching your back. Okay. So when you're going, pinch your back. Okay. Next one. After you get on burai, stepping in oi-zuki, that's okay. But what makes sure that your front full body, awase-zuki, which is 2-handed punch. Okay, if any of you need shiho, there's a technique where you go, and you punch one fist, regular punch, jodan, the other fist upside down. So in this case, your whole chest is engaged, not just throwing your arm out, but both arms in. One about Shodan level, the other one about neck or chin level. Like so again, ura-ken, hamni, awase-zuki, maya. Okay. Let me do it close to this side so you get a better angle. Okay, ready? 2 counts. Remember, pull your shoulder, drive your shoulder. Ready? No speed. Get form. Ready? Itch, knee. Still in front stance. Maya. Back. Itch, knee. Feel like you're pushing something. You know, don't leave your shoulder behind. Push. Whole torso. Pushing in. Itch, knee. Push with your hip, not your hands. Push with your hip. Itch, knee. Now, add a little more speed. 1, 2. Okay. So right after the ura-ken, start driving in with both fists. Okay. Ready? Itch. So for the most part, your arms are level, not really split. This camera angle is terrible, but the idea is like if you grab a steering wheel, not a giant wheel where your arms are apart, but if you're grabbing your steering wheel in the car, pretty close, top and bottom, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, chin and chest. Okay. Again, 1, 2, ura-ken, awase-zuki. Ready? Itch. Drive that torso in, punch with your chest. Okay. Knee. Ready? Some. Neighbors are gonna hate me here. She. Remember, not just hitting with your fists, pulling your shoulder back. So remember, it's counter rotation with your torso compared to forward rotation with your arm. Two more. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Okay, this time, 10 counts. Odd counts, regular Heian Shodan, gedan, oi-zuki. Even counts, modified, ura-ken, awase-zuki. So you're switching each time. Your hips should be the same, but your hands are slightly different. Okay, let's go slow. Ready? Remember, odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Regular Heian Shodan. Even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Modified. Okay, ready? Ich. Back. Should feel the same with the hips. Knee. Some. She. Go. Okay. Rock. Okay. Last 4, speed. Switch. Same hips, same hips. Touch. Oh. Q. Last one, modified. Ju. No. Okay. Again, different hand techniques, same interpretation of hips and torso, or as close as possible. Next one, the 180 turn. So from here, turning 180, get on by, drawing your weight back, kensui, stepping in, oi-zuki. Who knows what Sensei Garabi's second favorite kick is? Show it to me. What's your second favorite kick? Close. Ushiro-geri. I swear his first favorite kick is ashi-brai. Okay. So here we're going to learn ushiro-geri a little better today. So, story time. When I first started training, I was a green belt. I was asking my senpai, like, hey, how do you do ushiro-geri? Oh, yeah, just like Heian Shodan. What do you mean? There's no kicks in Heian Shodan. Oh, right here. Right there. I'm like, that's not a kick. So he eventually got up and said, same hip movement. Right here, pushing your hip back, then turning. Okay. So it's not this long rotation. It's a get your butt over your heel, bring your feet close, stick out, twist. Okay. So for this one, I want you to make sure you can sneak a kick in there by having your proper kicking, then turning, ura-ken. Okay. Let's do 3Ds, make sure we got our balance, okay? Again, I'm not looking for speed, I'm looking for form. Okay, so right leg forward, oi-zuki. Okay. So in this case, stepping back, ushiro-geri, and if possible, keep your toes pointed to the floor, not to the side. When you point your toes to the wall, that means you turn your hip early. So I want you to keep your hips and your belt pointed to the floor, not the wall. Belt and toes toward the floor. Okay. So again, stick your foot out, strike, then turn your hip. Ready? Again, no speed, just form. When you land, ura-ken Shodan or jodan. Ich. Back. Okay. Make sure you get the hips right. Knee. Back. Remember, hips on the kick, hips on the ura-ken. Every technique accompanied by a hip. Some. She. Back. Okay. So after you kick and land, Next one is kensui. And one of the things I don't like when I see kensui is this. No weight shift. If my left heel is on this cross, I need to bring my weight over and then come forward. So there's a retraction. So here's how we're going to do that. If you understand how to do neko-ashi, please do it. If you don't, just bring your feet close. So first one, gyaku-zuki, neko-ashi, right hand age-shuto. Okay. So punching chudan and blocking to the face. Okay. Then stepping forward, front stance. Right hand ura-zuki. Back fist to the chest. Okay. So again, 1, 2. Let me face the camera. 1, 2. Make sure your weight shifts. 1, 2. Make sure that punch strikes. Itch, knee. Pull your weight back, push your weight forward. Itch, knee. Keep your height, keep your height. Itch, knee. Itch, knee. 1 count. Punch, then strike. Itch. Make sure your weight shifts. Knee. Ura-zuki, knuckles toward the opponent. Thumb pointing to your right. Itch, knee. Itch, knee. Itch. Make sure you bend that back leg. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Okay. And then next one, awase-zuki, stepping in, double punching. So again, we just start from here. Ushiro-geri, ura-ken, gyaku-zuki, ura-zuki. And this hand, your right hand is jodan, your left hand is shudan. Okay, so you're gonna pump your hand back and punch. So again, from here, from front stance, left hand is upside down gyaku-zuki, right hand over top. Okay. So again, itch, back, knee, back, thumb, back, shi, back, go, back. Okay. Let's do all 3 moves, so all 5 techniques. So again, starting with your right leg forward, facing the other way. Okay, after you did awase-zuki, so right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Ushiro-geri, followed by ura-ken. Okay, then stepping back in cat stance, gyaku-zuki, neko-ashi over your left ear, and then right hand ura-zuki. Then stepping in, double hand punch, awase-zuki with your right hand on top. Okay, let's take that slow, facing the other way. Okay, so make sure you have the room. If anything, I would start closer to the wall where you start. That way you don't kick anything. Ready? 1 count, 2 moves. 1 count, 2 moves. Then 3rd count, final move. Ready? Itch. Knee. Thumb. Back. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Reset. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Make sure when you go from the ura-zuki to punching for awase-zuki, chamber and then punch. Just like Niji-shiho. Chamber, punch. Last 2. Right leg forward. Awase-zuki, right hand, top. Itch. Ni, Sam. Reset. Ich, Ni, Sam. Okay. Same things before. Odd numbers, Heian Shodan. Even numbers, modified. Okay. So again, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Gedan, kensui, tate kensui, oi-zuki. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ushiro-geri, ura-ken. Gyaku-zuki, neko-ashi, ura-zuki. Stepping in, awase-zuki. Okay. So a little more, we'll go slower so we can fit all the techniques in. Remember, first count Heian Shodan, second count modified. Okay. Let's start Heian Shodan, right foot forward, right hand forward, right foot forward. Ready? Ich, ni, sam. Back. Remember, same hips, same hips, same hips. Double punch. Ich, ni, sam. Same hips. Next one. Heian Shodan. Ich, ni, sam. Back. Double punch. Ich, ni, sam. Heian Shodan. Okay. One count, slowly. Okay. Go. Back. Modified. Roku. Heian Shodan. Tzuki. Remember, you should be chaining on that left leg just like you do for the second technique. Modified. Hachi. Heian Shodan. Q. Chain on your left leg. Last one, modified. Ju. So a little busier with the arms, same hips, at least hip orientation. And there's a little more hip vibration what we're doing, but that's okay. Any questions so far about the techniques? Okay, next one. So again, move 6 for Heian Shodan, stepping 90 degrees, gedan burai. Okay. So here's one of the things I do not like. Right now, I have my left foot in that quadrant, my right foot in that quadrant, and I want to put my left foot in that quadrant. What you don't want to do is this. After you did 1, 2, don't drag your foot. What you need to be doing, I'm going to put this as close to the center as possible. Chamber, expand. So that means my knees are coming close and crescent stepping around us. Not a large arc, but a tight inside arc. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of allowing ourselves to drag our foot and possibly knock that over, we're going to add 2 techniques. First one, punching hamni. So right over this, and neko-ashi or kosa-dachi, whichever one. Gyaku-zuki, and then gedan. So for this one, put your left hand by your ear so it's chamber for gedan burai. Okay. So again, 1, 2. Okay. So I'm focusing on the foot transition here. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're pointing at an angle, not straight. If you turn straight, you turn your hip too much, then you have to turn it back the other way. That's not the hips of Heian Shodan. The hips of Heian Shodan go one direction. Okay. Ich, knee. Remember, right hand punches gyaku-zuki, left hand does a block. 2 blocks actually, one to the face, one down. And actually the second one, instead of blocking gedan burai, left hand ura-ken. So just as we do before, instead of gedan burai, ura-ken left hand. Ready? Ich, knee. So Giovanni, when you get halfway, punch your right hand gyaku-zuki. So when your feet are close, right hand gyaku-zuki. Ready? Ich, knee. And try to punch chudan level. So keep your elbows almost in contact. Ich, knee. Remember, use your hips to the very end. Hips and shoulders go opposite directions. Ich, knee. Hips turn. I'm trying to hide my right shoulder from you, but I'm bringing my fist forward. I'm not leaving my right shoulder in. I'm actually turning my shoulders away as my fist comes forward. Okay, so there's a rotating off the front hip in both directions. So kind of like opening a book. Both sides of the book open. Well, the idea is from the middle, both sides pivot away. Ready? Again, slow again. Ich, knee. Ich, knee. Ich, knee. 1 count, same speed. Ich, knee. Some. Chi. Go. Roku. Remember, Alex, punch your right hand. Gyaku-zuki right hand. Sich. Yep. Try to touch your elbows together. Get tight. Kind of like you do in soto-uke. Touch your elbows. Q. Ju. Yama. So that's a pretty simple technique. Gedan burai versus 2 techniques. I don't think we need to go over that. Next one. Again, this is the part where you may need to modify it if you need to make space. So for example, in Heian Shodan, after this block, you don't have the space, you step in, step back, and step in kiyak. Okay, so you anchor your left foot. So if you don't have the room, do that. I'm gonna go sideways for this drill so you can see the technique, but we're doing the same technique each time. So from gedan burai, the next technique we do is age-shuto and step in age-shuto. And then we break again, age-shuto real quick with our right hand, step in again. So sometimes there's too much punctuation there, and it should seem as one move, not this kind of a, oh, hi, now I'm gonna put my arm in. There should be more of a count of, the moment your hand starts opening, your weight's transitioning it. Okay. So there's very few things that do that similar timing. So I'm going to vary the timing a little bit. So this timing is not identical to how we do it in the kata, but the hips are very similar. So from Heian Yondan, there's this technique where you age-shuto with one hand, while at the same time, mawashi-uchi to the neck. So the idea here is my hand's coming, oh, sorry. My hand is coming up, and this hand's coming around and landing in stance. Okay, and I'm hamni. not maya, hamni. Okay, so the idea is the hands. The camera's higher than me, so I'm going to obscure my face. But if the camera's lower than you, then you should not be obscuring your face because that means your hand's below the target. So again, same time, boom, in front stance. And same thing for the next one. This hand, your leading hand, kind of stays in place and comes up as your other hand comes around. Okay? So the legs advancing is the hand that's advancing. And the third time, ki, boom. Okay? So if you don't have the room, back and forth off your left leg. If you do have the room, on the camera. So this count should not be hard. Again, starting left leg forward, chudan ura-ken, which is equivalent to gedan burai. Okay? So each count, let's do it slow, get the timing where your hands and feet all moving and stopping at the same time. Okay? Ready? Ich, ni, some, hum. If you want to just turn around the other way, so you can go the other direction, no big deal. Again, left hand, ura-ken, left hand forward. Ich, ni, some, muate, ich, front stance, ni, some, muate. Make sure front stance each time. Ich, ni, some, muate. Ich, ni, some. What? So again, your elbow is going to be a little bit rearward because you're turning hamni, but not entirely behind you. So just kind of over your head. So I do it there with the rear hand, kind of weird. So don't point your elbow away. Still have your elbow kind of a little bit in front of your shoulder. Again, watch it. Ich, ni, some. Watch it. Ich, ni, some. Watch it. This time, let's do it the same cadence of the kata. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I don't want to say stop, but land that first one. Transition next two without losing your form. Don't let your feet get away from you. Ready? With the count. Cadence of ich, ni, sam. Ready? Ich, ni, sam. Watch it. Ich, ni, sam. Watch it. Ich, ni, sam. Watch it. Ich, ni, sam. Okay. So again, making sure your hips and torso are moving in line with the kata. Hand timing is going to be a little bit different, but there still should be the same feeling of here, not this segregated, oh, high, no transition of my weight, and then stepping in. I guarantee you if I was standing still and just raised my hand, I'm not going to do much. But if my back foot starts transitioning as I'm going in, you're going to have some weight behind that. Okay. So it's more of a one count. Most white belts will potentially break it down, but it's a one count. So it's not 1, 2, it's 1, straight in. Okay, next one. So again, this is another turn. This is the first 270 turn. We did a 180 turn, now we're doing a 270 turn. We did a 90-degree turn earlier on move number 6. So from here, after we've done this technique, or the equivalent is oi-zuki at the ki. I'm sorry, age-shuto at the ki. So here we would normally turn gedan burai. Okay. So again, same concerns as I had before. My right foot is in that quadrant. My left foot is in that quadrant. I want to put my left foot closer to the wall over there and watch what happens here. If I do this, just drag my foot, I'm losing quite a bit of energy. So again, using this very close to the center. Okay. It's right behind my hip. So my hip's on this blue line, and that's right there. So from here, 1, 2. Bring your feet together, then expand. Not this. Dragging my feet around. No, not that. So again, 1, 2. So let's do a technique to make that different. When you turn, in kosa-dachi, everyone knows kosa-dachi, 1 foot behind. So in this case, kosa-dachi, when you're landing, gedan, in this case, my right foot is gonna be bent, my left foot is gonna be on its toes, and gedan, juji-uke, double downward block. Okay, so from here, after we struck with mawashi-uchi, we're going to turn. I'm going to turn 180 degrees. Okay, face the camera, and then finish technique. Okay, so again, contract. Our left foot's behind. Gedan ura-ken or chudan ura-ken. Okay, remember, don't raise your height. Don't do this. Stand up, then go down. Ideally, my head should be about the same height throughout this technique. Okay. Keep your weight low. Okay. So again, let's do 2 counts. First count, downward block strike, and turn. If you want to face the other way so that by the time you do the juji-uke, double down block, you're looking to the camera, that's okay. Remember, we're studying each individual set. The imbusen doesn't matter as much right now. So again, I'm going to face away from the camera so you can see the downward block when I turn. Okay. Again, I'm keeping this here so you see the fact that my foot does not swing. It contracts. Okay. So right hand, mawashi-uchi, left hand, jodan shutoke. Okay. So pivot on your right foot, land on the balls of your left foot. Okay. Ready? Ich, kosa-dachi, ura-ken, knee. Remember, keep the hip rotation. Back. Ich, knee. Back. Ich, knee. Ich, knee. Remember, pivoting your right foot, your left foot lands on the ball. In kosa-dachi, cross-legged stance. Ich, knee. Keep your weight low. Move your hips before your feet. Ich, knee. 1 count. Make sure you have some poise when you do the juji-uke. Don't just rush it, kind of like some people do in Heian Yondan. Just kind of rush through. Stick it, then go to the next move. Make sure you have a stance and you have a technique. Again, 1 count, same speed. Ich, back, knee, back, thumb, back, shi, back, go, back, roku, back. Remember, when you turn, stance and hands land at the same time, not stance, then hands. So make sure there's not this stutter. Oh, same time. 1, 2. So the equivalent for that here would be 1, 2. Chamber, then expand. Okay. 5 more. Okay. No speed. Form. Ready? Ich. Knee. Remember, turn your shoulders, Giovanni. Your right shoulder fades away as your left hand strikes. Some. Good, Giovanni. Shi. Good. Roll. Yame. Yame. So in addition to turning your shoulder, when you strike ura-ken, your shoulder disappearing behind your head, almost going yoko, that's an indication you're pinching your back. Kind of like the same move on Heian Nidan. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Or shotoken. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Tighten your upper back. Don't just swing your arm and pull your arm back. Connect it to your spine. Kind of drag your back into your spine. Use those muscles. All the way slightly below the shoulders and right in the middle of your back. Pull that together. Okay. So next one, I think we kind of know where this is going. We did this before, so I'm not necessarily going to go over it. But again, ura-ken, awase-zuki, ura-ken, awase-zuki. So I don't think we need to go over that because we did that before, and I don't want to be taking an hour and a half. I want to finish the next 25 minutes. So next one. Okay. So again, left foot forward, facing away. So I'm going to do it facing that way so you can see me advancing on the camera. Okay. So again, normal kata is gedan barai, oi-zuki, oi-zuki, oi-zuki. Okay. So we've done plenty of oi-zukis with awase-zuki. I'm going to change the rhythm a little bit so you have a similar feeling. Okay. So again, we would normally step here, gyaku-zuki middle of it into cat stance, and then gedan ura-ken. Let's skip that. So let's say after you've done the ura-ken, okay. So instead of stepping in oi-zuki, I want you to step halfway, feet together, oi-zuki, and then when you land, left hand, gyaku-zuki. So short of a nibon-zuki, but early. 1, 2. Okay. So pump your hands twice. So hit when your feet come together and hit when your feet land. Okay. So 2 punches. So let's get that one because we'll use that later. So let's start with your left leg forward. And remember, 2 punches, 1 count. Okay. Make sure your first strike is when your feet come together. Your second strike is gyaku-zuki when you land. Ready? Itch. Left hand should be out, right foot forward. Back. Knee. Back. Some. Keep your height low. Don't stand up. Shi. Back. Roll. Speed. Tap up. Okay. Try to catch your gyaku-zuki with your feet. Look. Oh. Back. Teach. 2 quick punches. Touch. Back. 2. Remember, hit the middle, hit the end. 2. Next one. Just stepping in for the second, what would normally be the second punch of oi-zuki. You already have your left hand forward. So just trade hand, trade feet, gyaku-zuki. Okay. So again, from the beginning, 1, and stepping in gyaku-zuki, 2. Okay. So it's 2 punctuated counts. Remember, the count is 1, 2, 3. We haven't done the third count yet, so we're just on the first 2 counts. Left leg forward, left hand forward. Okay, 2 counts, 3 punches. Itch, knee. Remember, swapping hands, swapping feet. Reset. Itch, knee. Feel like you're driving your chest into the punch. You're twisting yourself. Itch, knee. Okay. Now, we're not going to go to speed yet. We'll do the third one. So again, first count, 1, 2 punches. Second, let me back up a little bit. First count, 1, 2 punches. Second count, just single punch. The third one, again, 2 punches. Gyaku-zuki in the middle. Finish with oi-zuki. Okay. So 3 steps, 5 punches. 2, 1, 2. Let's do this slowly. 3 counts. Each count is a step, but sometimes you may have 2 hands and 1 hand and 2 hands. Ready? Left leg forward, left hand forward. Ich. Ni gyaku-zuki. Sam nibon-zuki. Should end up oi-zuki. Right hand forward. So again, let me demonstrate it again. So again, I'm left hand forward, left leg forward. So first count, 1 leg, 2 hands. Boom, boom. Second count, 1 leg, 1 hand. Boom. Third count, 1 leg, 2 hands. Boom, boom. Okay. So the count pattern is 2, 1, 2. Okay. You should start left leg forward, left hand forward. Finish right hand forward, right leg forward. Okay. So again, let's do it slow. Once we get the techniques, we can speed the rhythm up and start feeling what it does in our torso. Ready? Ich. Ni, 1 punch. Sam, 2 punches. Good. Ending noise. Good, good. Sergey, you should end up right hand forward. Okay. Again, 2, 1, 2. Again, reset. Left leg forward, left hand. Ich. Ni. Sam. Back. Same thing. Remember, make sure the rhythm is correct. Your hands and feet are tied together. When your feet come together, the first punch comes out. When your foot comes out, the second punch lands. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Back. Ich. Ni. Sam. Ich. Ni. Sam. Forward punches, straight to the elbows. Reset. Ich. Ni. Sam. Reset. Ich. Ni. Sam. Make sure you punctuate that gyaku-zuki. It's really hard to skip over gyaku-zuki. It's really easy to skip over oi-zuki, but it's hard to skip over gyaku-zuki. Set, ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Back. Ich. Ni. Sam. Remember, drive your torso the entire time. So don't just let your arms kind of just hang there. Feel like you're pushing with your sternum. So the idea is driving your chest into every single punch. Okay, your arms have to be pinned to your chest, but you're driving with your chest. Ready? Let's add some speed, okay? So normal rhythm with speed. Make sure you drive each of those punches. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Okay, reset. Sergey, left hand forward. Ich. Ni. Sam. I'll reset after the count. Ich. Ni. Sam. Good, Otis. Reset. Ich. Ni. Sam. So if you don't have enough room, go ahead and step in, step back, and step in. So just anchor your left foot, go back and forth, rather than shuffling your feet around, okay? Ready? 2 more, speed. Remember, each of those punches have to land with the full weight of your chest. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Back. Last one, ki. Switch! He's up! Yeah, man. So, I have a theory. Punches are faster than kicks. For most people, the legs are stronger muscles, but the arms are faster muscles. So, the constant fight, in my opinion, is be able to catch my legs up to my hands. Okay, make my legs faster. Not slowing my hand down so that my slow legs can be or throttling my hands. So the idea here is not just slowing down my arms. I want to just step in as fast as normal. Trying to catch my feet to my hands. Okay, so the idea is I'm throwing my chest to the opponent, but I need to make sure my legs are going to throw that weight. Okay. So any questions so far about this 5 punches over 3 steps? This one is a little tricky. But the idea is the entire time you're Maya. In other words, your chest is going forward. Unlike earlier when we came back the other way, the rising blocks, we were hamni. Shoulders turn each time. Okay, last one. Story time again. So when I was a green belt, about a junior or sophomore in college, I don't know if you know her name, but she was in the East Coast team. She was my senpai. Her name is Julie Bayweg. She used to be, when she was doing her doctorate at Princeton University, she was on the U.S. team at Philadelphia. So I was the scariest person I've ever met in my life. Just once she goes in the ring, her eyebrows furrowed and just kind of like mean lady. Anyway, so I was having trouble with my Shotokan. I knew that was a problem. After my yellow belt, I got Heian Nidan. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. This is a very hard kata. This Shotokan, it's just didn't make sense. I just felt like kind of pushing my hands out there. Didn't know what was happening. So I asked Senpai Bayweg, like, hey, can you help me out with this? I got the basement of my dorm, and we can work out in there. So she went, okay, well, what are you having trouble with? Well, I'm having trouble with the speed of it. And she said, what do you mean by the speed of it? Like, my hands, I can't get them to move fast enough. It's like, do you mean the strength of it? Like, no, I mean the speed. She said, no, that's not what you want. So a lot of people would just kind of whip their hands out there and just disconnect. So the idea is that even though your hands are moving fast, just like a punch, your stance is not connected, so you don't do anything. So she whips out the Shotokan, and I swear, her front foot hit the ground, and the whole fraternity house shook. No idea what was happening. The only time I saw that again was Oshi Sensei in Okazaki Dome. He would finish his class with his choku-zukis, and he would stand right next to the beam, and you start punching, and the whole place would shake. So for a pro belt, that's what it looked like. She was doing this technique. I'm like, wow, how is this back stance so powerful? So the idea here, instead of doing a fast hand technique, we're going to do a short, strong technique that focuses on the elbows. So in other words, you have to drill your stance in to do techniques like this in Heian Godan. You have to drill your stance in to keep your elbows close to your face in Heian Nidan. And you certainly have to drill your stance in if you're throwing an elbow technique. So, and here, we're going to focus on doing kosa-dachi, but with elbow-centric techniques. So you really have to drive your stance. You can't just throw your hand out there. If you throw an elbow technique hard and your stance is not there, you will tip over. Okay? So that's a secret of what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for a heavy, hard stance. So 4 different hand techniques, because there are 4 different types of foot patterns here in the end of Heian Shodan. So let me do the first 2, and then we'll go from there. So the first one, again, we ended in, conveniently, ura-zuki, right hand. Okay. So next one, instead of turning and Shotoke, I want you to do something different. Kind of like Jion. Turning neko-ashi, right hand up to your face, and then tzuki. Okay. So the idea is, again, elbow behind, right hand to the side of your face, and then stepping into back stance, striking Zuki with your knuckles. Okay. So very similar to Jion, instead of kibidachi, kokutsu-dachi. Equally strong in stance, you have that supporting rear leg. Okay. So that's the leg that's going to produce the reaction power. So again, 2 moves, 2 counts. First one, keeping your left hand pinned to your chest, right hand turning 180 neko-ashi, and then your left hand strikes out with your left foot, knee. Okay, and this is yoko, sideways. So I'm using these lines on purpose. So let me start over here. So my foot goes along this blue line. So again, itch, 180, knee, out. Okay. Again, striking hard. Okay, not a hand flinging technique, a hand crushing technique. Again, 2 counts. Itch, knee. Stay low. Don't let yourself come up. Stay low, including the spin. Reset. Itch, knee. Try to point your elbow to the rear wall, not the side wall, the rear wall. Don't teacup. Point your elbow back. Squeeze your upper back. Reset. 2 counts. Itch, knee. Good. Keep that back stance. Now, 1 count, same rhythm. Okay. Don't go faster. Make sure you have the punctuation in the middle. Itch. For this one, you can just bring the right hand across your face. You don't need to bring it over. That's a slightly different one. So just kind of brush past your nose, like literally blocking a punch coming to your nose. Reset. 1 count, same rhythm, no speed. Itch. Get the timing, hand and foot. Pah! Landing. Reset. Some. Reset. You should feel that strike at the end, really dropping your weight. Go. Back. Remember, pinch your shoulders together, not the upper shoulders, the lower shoulders. Look. Good. Next one. So again, I'm going to start with my left foot on the axis so that when I turn in hamni, going halfway. So for this one, another elbow technique. Tate-mawashi, enpi. Many have seen this in Niji-shiho. Instead of kosa-dachi, we're going to do back stance. Okay. Don't go up. Stay low. Okay. So again, pivoting off your front foot. Okay. Don't bring your elbow over. Keep your back pinched. Just like all these techniques, pinch your back. Make sure you're aiming down the line. Reset. Okay. 1 count. Some. Back. Make sure your hand or your feet catch your elbow. Shi. Roll. Boku. Tsuchi. Make sure you're still making kosa-dachi, not kibadashi. Keep that weight on your left leg. Drill it in there. Hutch. Q. Foot catch your elbow. Q. Good. Okay, so next one. Another elbow technique. So I'm going to put my left heel on the edge of the blue line. So I just did tate-mawashi. Next one, enpi. Sideways. Oh, just a terrible angle. So let me do it this way. So I'm coming in. So here, you just did jodan, now chudan. Okay, so literally, just like ushiro-geri, my butt goes in first, not this. Okay. Okay. Don't bring it around. Keep your toes close. Flex your ankles. Drive that elbow. Okay. This is an inward elbow. Okay. Ready? Let's do 8. So this one, starting from striking jodan, moving to striking chudan. Ready? Which? Back. Knee. Back. Remember, starting hamni, going 135 degrees. So not 180, 135. Some. Kibadashi, kibadashi. I'm sorry, not kosa-dachi, not kibadashi. Not doing kibadashi. Shoot. Keep that weight in your left hip. Okay? Don't let it break your stance. Go. Back. Walk. Kokuritsu, Peter, not kibadashi. Switch. Push that left hip. Keep your weight in that left hip, Peter. Touch. Next one. After you did kosa-dachi enpi, next, just like Heian Nidan. Stepping in. There's a name for this, but it's like 18 words in Japanese. So I just call it in English, take a lunch tray and throw it up. You know, make a rectangle with your arms. I tried to remember what it was in Japanese, I just could not get it. It was describing 2 separate arms in 2 different placements as well as 2 different flight projectors. I apologize. So again, I'm here, enpi, pivoting out the right leg. And same thing as before. Not dragging your foot through, coming close, exploding off the back leg. Okay, don't swing your foot around. Cut it close. This is literally 1 human foot off the blue line, and I'm standing on the edge of the blue line, which is probably about 18 inches. Okay, again, elbow. Let's do 10. Going in, striking left hand, right hand to your face. Itch. Back. Knee. Drop your weight. Make sure your weight's dropping. Support the technique. Some. Back. Shi. Right hand goes up, left hand goes out. Go. Pause, you're supposed to be right leg forward, not left leg. Jessica, right leg forward. Yeah. So turn 180, face the camera. And now stepping toward your right. So right elbow out, ready? 5 more. Itch. Yes. Throw it in there, throw it hard. Knee. Good, good Alex. Giovanni. Explode, just like the first move here, Heian Nidan. Throw it hard. Ready? Some. Good. You guys do wankan, this is in there. Ki. Back. Go. Now, one thing. So from here, I do not like seeing this in tournaments. Make sure when you finish, there's a poise, there's a control. The enemy's still there. Not until you bow is it over. So, not practical, but everyone knows, has seen the end of Kankudai. And there's this huge kind of arm movement. Oh, I'm sorry, the other way. From here. I want you to do something similar, but sink it. So what you're doing here, hands together, high, then low. Sink your hand to your feet. So this is what I do not want to see. Feel like you're pressing your core. Pressing your core. So again, 10. This is a breathing exercise. Time your fists with your chest and your feet. Knee. Back. No, hands up, stay high, cross, then cross in front of you again. Some. Back. Shi. Back. Go. Okay, now, Heian Shodan, the regular way, focus on what your hip and torso is doing. No speed, no power, but the idea is that as you're doing techniques, feel like you're doing those other extra techniques. Your hips and torso, and sometimes even your shoulders, are very similar, okay? So half speed, the punctuation and poise, okay? So Hokan, again, if you can't make the 3 steps, step in, step back, step in. Anchor your left foot, okay? So bow down to Heian Shodan. Okay. With count, remember, hips and torso. Ich, knee, some, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, kia, sham. Keep it tight, ju, ich, knee, some, shi, roll, throw your chest, look, sich, hach, keep your weight, Q, ju, uchi, hame, now, and relax, ibuki, breathe in, down, back, forward, up, down, back, out, turn around, fix your gi, today's class is finished. This is up. Maxo. Maxo yame. Dojo-kun. Stotsu jinkan kansumi somoton. Stotsu mokoto no misho momono koto. Stotsu direct no sushiro yasho koto. Stotsu regio omozo koto. Stotsu kekni o imashimo koto. Seek perfection of character. Be faithful. Endeavor. Respect others. Refrain from violent behavior. Shaun. Right? Okay. Right? Up. Yes.